Yay!
We found the story. Hilary
Yes.
yesterday went to the production of Peter Pan at Bass Performance Hall to learn to fly, and we could take a look now.
Can you really fly?
I'll teach you.
Oh, how lovely to fly!
I'll teach you how to jump on the wind's back, and away we'll go. Okay, so we're gonna put you right over here.
Okay.
Like facing this way.
Okay.
Okay. Toes on the line. There you go. Right on the line.
Okay.
There you go.
How do you do it?
Oh, you just close your eyes.
Okay.
Think lovely, wonderful thoughts.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Ready?
Woo!
There you go. That's it. Just like playing tennis.
This is so fun.
I'm flying.
Flying!
Nothing will stop me now. Okay, now remember to let it go in the hand that in the opposite direction you're flying.
Oh, that's smart, yes, so I don't end up with a mouthful of it.
Yeah.
I'm flying! He's flying!
So you're letting it go in front of your face. Okay, it's all gone now.
He's flying!
There you go.
Wow.
Almost.
How fun. That's amazing.
Is that fun?
Well, so everybody is always looking for the fountain of youth, but you have found it. Kathy, how do you do that? How do you stay in such great shape and do
This show, this.
year after year after year?
Well, you know what, I go away from the show for a while, and then I do it again, and I do other shows in the meantime, but I have to say that probably doing Peter Pan is mentally kept me much younger, but also physically, what you're doing is like this much of the show, and the show's, you know, dancing and singing and sword fighting and flying and being acting like a kid.
And this made me out of breath.
But yeah, but you haven't done this before. I do this all the time.
Well,
So
what
makes
is
it
it?
easier.
What is it about Peter Pan that you think just really resonates with people over the generations? Because kids now have so many things, video games and the internet, but they still love this show and the story.
The very thing that you felt when you were up there, it's that sense of being a little bit scary, a little bit adventuresome. It's physical. It's it's magical just to see somebody go. I mean, the first time Peter flies through the window and you have fairy dust. It's the story itself resonates with people for many different reasons. For kids, the obvious that we spoke about, but I think for adults, it's that longing to go back and be a kid again.
Right.
And all that goes with it, from the mischief to the joy to the adventuresome to thinking anything is possible, believing anything is possible. And what we find from the parents is that they are the grandparents. They look at their children and their grandchildren and they remember when they were young. Not only themselves, but their children, and they kind of relive it through their eyes.
Well, and this is the last tour of Kathy Rigby as Peter Pan, correct? This is the last.
One more month.
And how does that feel, number one? And then what are your plans for after that? Because I know that we haven't heard the last of you.
Well, no, I think I'd do what after the tour ends, I will go back to doing other shows, and I have a conservatory. My husband and I have a conservatory we run for 500 kids. We also run a theater called the La Mirada Theater for the Performing Arts. So we mount, musicals and straight plays, and they tour sometimes, and sometimes go to New York. But we have a season that we produce, and I have 4 kids and 4 grandkids, so
that keeps you very
lots of
busy.
things to do.
Well, thank you. You let me try something that I was a little afraid to do today, and this was so much fun.
Well,
I really
if I got
enjoyed
out
it.
on a tennis court, I probably would. I would have good form, but I would miss.
All right, I could beat her at something.
Oh, easily.
Well, this was awesome. I can't wait for everybody to see the show while it's here.
Thanks for
in town.
becoming
Thank you, Kathy.
our lost boy, an official lost boy.
I feel very official now, and
Or Tinkerbell.
and very snug.
Yeah.
Time to take this off. Okay.
I think I'd be okay with snug if I was about to fly like that.
That is amazing. Congratulations to Hilary. I think she should just fly into work every day from now on.
She's clearly not here today, and so I now have a theory. Did you see when Kathy Rigby was telling her there's an art to releasing the fairy dust and not swallowing a mouthful of it?
Yeah, I saw that.
I think maybe Hilary needs to work on that part.
I think she should, and
She
I was saying
ingested
that
some dust.
it kind of reminds me of when you're zip lining. If for those of you out there who like to zip line, and my husband and I are huge zip liners, and I was saying I could do that all day long, fly all day long, but I have to take my Drammies because I get motion sickness.
Yes, exactly. Well, and that harness has got to be on so securely and so tight. I mean, obviously, Kathy Rigby's used to it. It's part of the costume.
Yeah.
But that's not exactly comfy.
I wouldn't think so. And again, it kind of reminds me of Spanx.
I have no idea of what you speak. I don't know what Spanx are.
Yeah,
right.
Kind of feels like that.
Peter Pan runs through March 31st at Bass Performance Hall in Fort Worth. You can pick up tickets at basshall.com, or you can call the number on your screen, 877-212-4280.